I heard the silence call my name. Beneath the tide of falling stars, the world kept turning without me. But you waited in the dark. Every heartbeat fades away. Every prayer becomes a ghost. If tomorrow disappears, then let me disappear with you. We are the fire beneath the night, the last two souls the heavens denied. If death is all that's left to claim, then let the darkness know my name. I'll cross forever, I'll break eternity, until the end. You belong with me. Kingdoms fall like autumn rain. Ashes bloom beneath our feet. Every wound became a promise. Every scar became a key. We are the end they couldn't see. The silence after destiny. Let heaven burn, let oceans bleed. I choose the night, and the night chose me. I choose the night, and the night chose me.
She spent the 3 days preparing, not with lists alone, not with research alone, but through the bond itself.
I will show you the court, not describe it. Show it.
He pressed his forehead to hers. That's what you've been navigating.
For a very long time.
On the morning of the 3rd day, she looked at herself in the mirror and said, I am not a category.
No, you are not.
The crossing was different this time. She felt the living world fall away. She arrived in the shadow realm standing. A corridor of black stone stretched before them, wide enough for 10 abreast, the ceiling vanishing into an invisible dark. The entities in the corridor turned, first toward Azrael, then, all at once, toward her. She looked back. She met every gaze. Several of the entities looked away first. The chamber was larger than anything the bond had shown her. 12 members, fully manifested, in a wide arc around its center.
Azrael, you bring the anomaly to answer the court's summons.
I bring my bonded, as the summons requested.
You're bonded. In 14,000 years, I have not heard you use that word in relation to anything.
The circumstance is new.
Evidently. What is your name?
Noelle Storm.
A living woman.
A living-death hybrid. Specifically, the distinction is relevant.
The living do not belong in the shadow realm. They have never belonged in the shadow realm. You have violated the fundamental architecture of the separation.
My authority extends precisely as far as the court has defined it, and not an inch further.
Your authority does not extend to...
She is my bonded. She is under my protection. I would not recommend the word you are going to use next.
The membrane exists to prevent the living from being harmed by uncontrolled contact with the shadow realm. I crossed it without dying. I'm not a violation of the architecture. I'm an edge case the architecture wasn't built to address.
Edge cases are addressed by the court.
I'm aware. That's why I'm here.
She is articulate, and she understands the court's jurisdictional language.
She prepared.
Evidently, the bond is visible. I can see it from here. The exchange of essences, the anchoring. It is more stable than the historical attempts.
It is holding.
I have a question for the bonded, not for the reaper. How much of what you are now do you understand?
Less than I will. More than I did. I understand the bond and what it does to both of us. I understand the threshold sensitivity and what it allows me to perceive. I understand that standing in this room is a political act, and that the court's ruling on me will be informed by what I demonstrate as much as by what I am.
Yes, it will.
She was asked about the crossing. She described it with accuracy, without embellishment.
You chose mortality's end to avoid death.
I chose life in a different form to avoid the end of this particular version of it. Yes.
And you find those different?
Significantly.
Something in the chamber's far right arc had been watching her the entire time. Not the way Morreth looked at her. Not the way Sareth had. With something purely, specifically personal. Lirael. And Lirael was not looking at Azrael. She was looking at Noelle. It lasted approximately 5 seconds. Then Lirael looked away. Not from discomfort. From having finished her assessment.
Lirael, addressed later, not now.
The hollow court acknowledges the bond between Azrael and the threshold entity Noelle Storm as extant, and beyond the court's jurisdictional power to dissolve without consent of both parties. The court requires registration of the bonded as a recognized entity of the shadow realm.
No.
No.
Registration implies jurisdiction. I haven't agreed to the court's jurisdiction. Jurisdiction is a separate question, and I'd like to understand the full implications before I agree to anything in this room that implies it.
She objects to the registration.
She understands what registration means.
What is required to defer the registration question, pending a separate agreement on jurisdictional terms?
A provisional status. 90 days. Under your custody and accountability. At the end of 90 days, the registration question is revisited with a full court assembly.
The terms of custody.
She remains in the living world as her primary domain. She may cross into the shadow realm freely. She is subject to the court's authority in the shadow realm, specifically and exclusively.
Specifically and exclusively.
Yes.
And the registration question in 90 days. Is that a requirement or a conversation?
A conversation that I would expect to be detailed.
Then yes, provisional status for 90 days. Conversation in 90 days.
Agreed.
They left through the corridor. This time, the entities moved aside. She didn't exhale until there were no eyes left on them.
No.
I know it was a risk, but registration before I understood the terms.
Was the right call. I was prepared for you to accept it, but the terms you ended with are better.
You're not angry.
No.
You went still when I said it.
I went still because I didn't know what you were going to do next. There is a difference between stillness and anger.
What is Lirael?
An entity of the court, old, powerful within the court's structure.
She was looking at me, not at you, at me.
She has been aware of my position for a long time. She will recalibrate in response to you.
Meaning she'll stop looking at you the way she was looking at you and start looking at me instead.
Possibly.
I'll need you to tell me more about her. Not tonight, but soon.
Yes.
It went well.
It went better than I calculated.
She took his hand. He laced his fingers through hers. They crossed back into the living world together, and Blackthorn Cove received them. Small, salt-worn, entirely indifferent. Only faster now. Only louder. The bond between them burned its warm, permanent fire, and she was already making notes.